it is Crystal with Pineapple Papers, and it is time for Mad About Many paper pads. So I am using this Magnolia Moment paper pad. Uh, Back when we had Tuesday morning, you can see the little sticker. It makes me so sad. Um, I loved this collection. It's right up my alley. This is like the colors of my house. like and probably the colors of my closet too. I'm a very neutral person, but not necessarily in scrapbook. But I am doing this photo. Well, it's actually 6 little photos of my son. Um, and so I decided I wanted to use this paper pad. I found this cut file that I had already pre-cut. I think it is from Color Rush Studios. It's from um, one of the kits from last year. And I think I had cut it in black and white, not sure which one I was going to use. So now I'm going to use it. But I thought what might be fun is instead of backing the cut file, which is a great way to use up your smaller paper pads, is backing cut files. It's awesome. I'm going to do something a little bit different. So these photos are of this past year, no, 2023. At Christmas time, my my son is just trying to grow a mustache because that's all he could do for the Air Force, right? He could only have a mustache. And so he decided he was going to try and grow the mustache. Well, he had been growing it for, I don't know, months upon months, right? And you still could barely see it. And so one of his best friends, Reagan, she was like, let's dye it. I was like, oh my gosh. Well, she had dyed her boyfriend, who is also blonde, dyed his black. So I'm really glad they opted not to do that. They just went with like a darker blonde color. But it was really funny. So I took this like series of photos, like her putting the dye on, then him with just the dye on, and then him afterwards. So that's kind of the progression of pictures. And like I said, I'm really not sure that you can even tell that he did it. And it's the mustache is gone, but it's still kind of funny. I'm not so sure the mustache won't come back, but I mean, for right now, it's gone. So I did also decide to back my photos in a couple of the papers as well. So here I'm going to kind of take some of the papers that that I want to use, and I'm trying to use the papers that are already like cut. They're already scrap papers. I don't want to cut into the 6x6 if I don't have to. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut 2 strips of each of the patterns. And honestly, there is no rhyme or reason to what sizing I'm cutting. I'm just cutting. I'm just getting on and cutting these because I don't know how long I'm going to need them or how short I'm going to need them. So I just go off screen, finish cutting, and you see I have all these tons of strips. Now, this would also be a really good idea if you were a person that kept branding strips. So I decided I wanted to make this like burst out of the heart cut file. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm just going to randomly pick up a piece and glue just the tip of it down underneath the cut file. And I'm going to go all the way around. And I just leave them the length that they are for now. And as you can see, they're all done. And now I'm going to randomly just cut them so that they are in the page here. So I probably could have, saved the paper a little bit and probably just cut half of them because the other half probably would have been used. You can see my little carcass pile of scraps there. And they went in the recycling bin. I'm not gonna lie. They're just little pieces and I'm good with it. Like, I don't know what I would do with those strips again. So I'm gonna go all the way around. I'm going to cut all of my pieces and then I can start embellishing. So this is a very minimal embellished layout because I feel like it already has so much of a pop with all of the paper. So I wasn't sure if I should have put one in the center where the point is, but it's okay. So I decided to embrace the heart theme of this, and I did go off screen, pulled out 2 punches, a couple of wood veneer hearts, and added my title that just says stash. And that's in like a wood grain. So it goes well with what I matted the photos in. So basically I'm going to make 3 embellishment clusters. They're going to have 1 big cut heart, 1 little punched heart, and then a wood veneer heart. And that is pretty much going to do it for this layout. So super simple, pretty much only using the paper pad, which is super exciting, which is kind of the point of this series. And I will have everybody listed down below who is playing along this month with us, so you can see what everybody else is doing with their paper pads. So I like how this turned out. I do think it's a little different. I'm not gonna lie. But I think it's fun, and it's kind of like neutrally wild. Is that like a thing? Yeah. So there's a lot going on, but it's still very neutral. So that is going to do it for my layout today. If you have any questions, please leave them down below. I did write the journaling on this already, if you can believe it. It's down on the bottom, and I wrote it in like a little white pen. So there is my final layout, and remember to wear your crown, and I will see you next month for Mad About Mini Paper Pads. Bye.